Every homeowner in San Diego County and across the nation for that matter, receives letters in the mail, letters on your doorstep, text messages, commercial ads saying that I want to buy your home for cash. And now there is nothing wrong with that at all, but there's a lot of things that you need to consider and keep an eye out for to protect yourself. Otherwise you can lose a lot of time and especially a lot of money. So again, there's nothing wrong with accepting a cash offer or an as-is offer. But there's not just one type of cash buyer. There's two. There's investors and there's end users. End users are people that are buying your home and they plan on living there. Investors either plan on renting the property out or flipping it or what's now popular, wholesaling it, and we'll get into that in a minute. But one of the ways that you can know the difference and what their intentions are is when they submit an offer. An end user typically does not buy the house using a corporation or LLC if they plan on living in it. They buy it in their name or the name of their trust. An investor will buy it inside a corporation or an LLC. So if they don't plan on living there and they plan on, let's just say, flipping it, you're gonna get an offer in a corporate name or an LLC name. If they plan on living there, look for it to be in their name or their trust. An end user will typically be willing to pay more or offer more for your home than an investor, because the end user plans on living there. The investor needs to factor in a profit margin, because let's just say they're flipping it. They need to factor in a profit margin when they sell it in a couple months from now. So in short, an end user is typically going to put more money in your pocket. So enough about end users. Now let's talk about investors, what different types of investors there are, what things to look for, and what things to avoid. There are all types of real estate investors, but there's typically three categories. There's going to be people that have the intentions of renting it out. There's going to be investors that have the intention of flipping it. And then something that is not really new, but we're seeing a lot more of it, is called wholesaling. And that is what I want to dive into most today, because that is what can waste the most amount of your time and cost you the most money. So here's the rough mechanics of wholesaling. What is it? So let's just say you get a letter in the mail from an investor that wants to buy your house. You reach out to them and you go under contract. They write you an offer and now you're under contract. That investor, oftentimes, if they plan on wholesaling, has no intentions of buying your house. What they do is they go under contract with you, essentially submitting an offer to you. You accept your offer, now you're under contract. They want to take that contract and field it out to a whole bunch of other buyers to see who is willing to pay more. And then that wholesaler takes the profit margin. So what does that mean? So let's just say you went under contract at $1 million and you're selling it to someone that's planning on wholesaling it. Now, most of the time, they will not tell you what their intentions are of wholesaling it. They're gonna say, I wanna buy your house. And they'll get you under contract at $1 million. And then they'll go shop it out and offer your same property for, let's just say, $1.05 million. And they find some other buyer that's willing to pay $1.05 million. Then they will sell that contract to that new buyer. They will take the 50 and give you the $1 million. So what happens if they can't find a buyer to buy your house for more money? A couple things. They'll either back out and get their deposit back and completely cancel the contract with you and just waste a lot of your time, or they're gonna try to convince you to lower the price that you're willing to sell it to them for, and then they will start the process all over again and waste weeks of your time trying to take money out of the value of your house that's yours. So why is this not the best route to go? Two things. You're leaving money on the table, they're taking your profit, or they're taking your time and they're wasting weeks of your time with no intentions, knowing that they're not gonna buy your home. So how do you know if this buyer is planning on wholesaling it, and what things to look for in your offer and how to avoid it? First of all, if you get an offer from a person that is written in the name of XYZ Corporation or assignee on the company that's going to purchase it, that means that they can buy it with their corporation, which again, they have no intentions to, or assign it to somebody else, which that is their intentions. A better way to have it written in your contract to make sure you know that this person has the intention of them buying your house, is if it's written in there as this contract is not assignable to any other corporation or LLC that's not owned by this buyer. So cash buyers, flippers, investors, all good. Go ahead and move forward with them as long as you know that they are buying it and you're happy with the price. Avoid the wholesalers. Most likely the offers that they send you, they have no intentions of closing, so they've never seen your home, they don't really care, they want you to accept their offer, and they'll throw out a higher number to anybody else, waste your time, and if it doesn't work out, no harm, no foul to them, but just wasted a lot of your time. Most people are attracted to these off-market cash offers because it's convenient and they throw out the as is all the time. And I wanted to talk to you about what that means and what you can do to not take a price cut and still sell it as is. If you advertise your house as an as is sale, what you're telling the world is that you're not willing to do any credits or any work, which is totally fine, but you're gonna, by advertising as is to the world, you're going to attract the lower ballers, right? The lower offers. There's other ways you can do that. Biggest thing is not to say as is in marketing to the whole world. Another way to do that is when you get an offer, you can put it in the counter offer as is, but you're gonna get higher offers. For example, if you advertise a $1 million property as is, most likely you're gonna get lower offers, let's just say 900,000, because they have to factor in that everything's wrong with the home. Now, if you don't advertise that and say you get an offer for $1 million, the 900 will buy it as is, the $1 million wants a $30,000 credit because the roof is shot. You're not doing any work, you're still selling it as is. You're just giving them a credit for the shot roof, but you still made an extra $70,000 simply by not advertising to the world that it's an as-is sale. So the point is that you can still do an as-is sale with your agent using this strategy without giving up a ton of money out of the equity of your home. So when it's all said and done, my advice is if you're someone that's looking to accept a cash offer, before you do that, talk to an agent or a few agents or an attorney or someone that knows what they're doing in this department, just so you know that you're protected before you get tied up into a contract that is not good for you. And again, the reason for making this video today is because I'm seeing more and more and more of these wholesalers and these companies just wanting to wholesale, and they're tying up homeowners in bad contracts, wasting time and giving up a lot of money. And I want you to be protected. I don't want you to be the next victim of these wholesalers that waste your time and take your money. I hope this video is helpful. I know there's a lot of moving parts here and a lot of it can be very confusing. So if you have any questions, feel free to holler and we'll see you next time.